Hi folks, my name's Chris and welcome. I always carry too much gear when I come out, I've got to be honest with you. That's actually one of the better days that I've had in terms of not bringing out so much, so I'm quite pleased. This and the camera there. I love this spot here. There's a burn down here but it's running dry at the moment, there's no water. It's a wee stream that runs into the main river down there. Beautiful wildflowers as you can see. There's purslanes I think and bluebells as well. Nice sycamore trees, some oaks as well. Beautiful place actually, really stunning. Okay, so that area down there where the bluebells are and the purslanes, it's a lovely wee place actually. It's nice sycamore trees and oaks as well. And I'm really lucky where I live actually. There's so many plants around here. Some are edible, some aren't. So this isn't an identification guide. I'm just going to go around, maybe eat a couple of flowers and have a look at a couple of plants. But you know, there's a lot of poisonous plants out there as well as a lot of edibles. So you really need to be careful and don't take my word for it. And I mean, I know of stories where people have, well, even not just plants, I know of stories where people have gone and picked mushrooms and basically lost their kidneys, you know, been poisoned, just misidentification. So you've got to take a lot of care. I've got a lot of books and I take my own risks when I come out. This is the gorse plant. Saw this in the last video where I made gorse flower tea. There is a similar plant called broom. It's not similar, but the flowers are quite similar. They do flower both at the same time. I've just wedged one in here actually, which is here. Now gorse you can't really grab, it's very prickly. This isn't. I think these flowers are lighter yellow and well, I don't know. I think if you see gorse in its pomp and this in its pomp from a distance anyway, it can be a bit hard to tell the difference. But trying to research these flowers as to whether they're edible or not is quite difficult. Some people say they are and some people say they're toxic. And for me, it's not one I'm going to even bother to touch. Just a wee thing just to say be careful, that's all. So just going to have a look at a couple, see how we get on. So I just picked a primula flower there, and I actually quite like these. These are okay. I get a little bit of a sweetness from that. Now, I went on YouTube, and the guy said you could eat the primula flowers and the leaves, and so I did. And I'll never eat a leaf again, not without preparing it in some way anyway. It was disgusting, very bitter. And I really didn't like it. I had to spit it out. And interestingly, when I went back and did a little bit more research, some leaves can actually be an irritant to some people, either on the skin or even in their stomach. So I didn't have any problems in that sense. I just didn't like the taste. Flowers are okay for me, but the leaves aren't. So I had that primula. This is another primula. I think this one here, the common name's cowslip. I think so. Let's just give this one a try. So with this one, I actually find it kind of bland and tasteless and slightly hairy. This purple one here is a nice one, it's a wee violet. It's quite a nice flower, it's not got bitterness to it. And I've not read in any manual what the taste is supposed to be like, but to me it tastes a little bit like pine nuts. Well, one plant that's unmistakable is the nettle. It doesn't really need an introduction, and I'm not going to pick one now to eat the leaf raw, though some people have done that and I've seen that. Great for cordage, but it is also an edible, and I've made nettle soup before and I've had to use potato to give it some kind of body, but can't really do that out in the woods. Well, I could. I like to do a veloute, so I don't have a blitzer that I could use, but a great plant. I think it's really high in iron, as far as I can remember anyway. So this one here is called wood sorrel, and they look a little bit like clover leaves. They are edible, the leaves. To me they taste like green apple skin. So you only eat a few leaves. Apparently they're high in oxalic acid, and apparently you can't have too much of that. I've got to say that the taste of that's quite tangy. but quite nice. But I listened to the book. It says not to eat too many, so I won't. This plant here is called lady's smock, and you eat the leaves. They're very, very peppery. I actually quite like them. The flowers are also edible, but they're not quite as strong. So this is one of my favourite plants actually. This one's called garlic mustard, and if you just pick a nice leaf, it does have a slight garlic taste. I find them very nice actually. So this is lady's mantle, El Camillo. So you've just seen me take some lady's mantle and I'm going to have some tea with that. I'm going to go and do myself a spot of lunch, and I thank you so much for being here. And we're going to use a Forfar stove today. And forgive me, I've not used it in a long time, and I'm not 100% sure how I set it up, but we'll give it a go. Right, well, let's take a look at this. So well, that must fit on there. Well, that must fit like that. Ah, does that not go in there? There we are, I think that's it. Either that's to hold alcohol or to collect the ashes on the bottom there. Well, I'll use it for that purpose anyway. So, those of you who know about outdoor cooking and Forfar stoves and stoves like this, you'll know that what I did there was a bit dodgy, and it was a little bit of a struggle to get the fire going, to be honest. It's still the same fire that I got. I used this, some kind of telescopic blower thing, so I could actually get down in there. I put those big bits of wood in there. I've actually cut them now, and they struggled to get going, but they're going now, and that's what's important. So we'll get the kettle on. we'll have some of that alchemilla tea, and then I'm going to get cooking. Really simple dish today. Romanian smoked sausage, potato that I've already cooked, boiled, parboiled, mushrooms and some pepper, Cajun spice. So the tea's nearly ready, and I can do that alchemilla tea, and no smoke. That's really great actually, especially when you're stealth cooking. Quite impressed with that. None. Yeah, that's great. Great. Okay, I broke my, what do you call these things? Sporks or something? Oh, no, well, no. Well, yeah, I don't know what that is, but anyway, it's broken. This has been quite difficult to cook today, I'm not going to lie. I think the wind's just blowing the flame away. It's very windy, doesn't matter what I do. It's going to cook. It's just taken a while. Tea took a bit longer than I anticipated, but I'm not in a rush. Actually, this is a gimmick, but I actually needed this. I was able to get it right into the stove and get some wind in there. It's a bit difficult. Tea's very nice, actually. Very, very nice. When the wind dies down, it starts to sizzle more. As soon as it comes through, it takes away that heat, so I like a challenge. Okay, that's ready. Well, that was fun. It's very nice, very simple. Pepper, mushroom, Romanian smoked sausage and potato and that Cajun spice, lovely. But that was a challenge today, I won't lie. You know, I can come and edit this video and make it look like it was really quick, easy cook. Got the Forfar stove going, cooked the food and eat it, but took a long time. I think there was two problems. One was the wind. I just think it was blowing the flame that was directly under this away. But secondly, the way I used the Forfar stove I think was a problem. I think I filled it too much. I put some fat wood in at the start, or fat pieces of wood, and I think that stifled a really good flame. I think so. So it's quite full at the moment and it's hot, but it's difficult to really get that flame going. So that was my fault, I think, which means that I've got to come out and try that Forfar stove again. So that's what that means. Very nice. Bluebells are one of my favourite plants. They're not edible. I think they're poisonous, and I just think aesthetically looking at them, the colour is just amazing, and very lucky where I live, all along the river. It's quite a large area of bluebells actually. I just come out as often as I can and enjoy just looking at them. You know, it's really nice. Right, so that's me. Till the next time. Thanks if you subscribed, and also to those of you who leave comments. I really appreciate that actually. Quite a nice thing. And there's some of you who are quite regular in leaving your comments, and I think that's great. So, you know, I thank you for that, and we'll see you next time. Oh, so this is just a wee look inside the chamber. I mean, I've actually eaten my lunch, and you can see there's still a glow in there, but that shows you the problem. I think it was it's too dense. That's one of the original pieces that I put in, so it didn't even burn right through. You know, look at all that. That should have all burnt really, so I just packed it too much to start with. Live and learn.